a lot of the things I rant about on here relate to articles which are forwarded on to me by my good friend Charlie, who used to sing it in the Bad Soul Buskers. And usually he'll find something which he knows will set me off, some PC bullshit. And within seconds of opening the message, I'll be thinking, for fuck's sake, and getting ready to swear at my dashboard on the way home. But a few days ago, he sent me a link and I read the article and it didn't really annoy me. In fact, if anything, I agreed with it. But we'll get back to that. And this article was about changes to documentation in schools in France. Because it used to be, on things that needed to be signed, like permission slips for holidays or school trips, it would have to be signed by the mother and the father, and that's now getting changed to parent 1 and parent 2. And I thought that's quite progressive. I like that because sadly relationships go wrong, and it might not be nice for a child to be reminded constantly that one of their parents is absent. And also there are going to be some single mothers who, if they're asked who the father of their child is, they'll go, well, I can narrow it down to the darts team at the Red Lion. Although this is French, so it'll be Le Lion Rouge. But I'm actually all in favour of it because I'm a big supporter of gay rights. I think people should be treated equally regardless of their sexuality. But oddly today, I mentioned this to someone in conversation and she stopped me and went, sorry Dan, I didn't know that you're gay. And I said, well, I'm not. You don't have to be gay to support gay rights. I mean, I support animal rights, but I'm not a fucking horse. But I would encourage everyone to get behind gay rights for two very good reasons. First, I think it's morally correct to do so, and secondly, it pisses off radical Muslims. That's a weird phrase in itself, radical Muslim. That could mean a suicide bomber or a kid who rides his skateboard down to the mosque. He did a kickflip, he's a radical Muslim. But I was still lost as to why Charlie had sent me this, so today I reread it. But rather than just reading the article, I read the comments that went along with it. And fuck me, yeah, that got me going. Because there wasn't a lot of sanity in the comments on this article. Now, it's well known if you discuss anything to do with gender politics, this will always trigger a feminist. And one of the first comments was by a woman who's written, why should any mother be parent too? It's women that do all the caregiving. Clearly misunderstanding that it's the parents themselves who decide who's parent 1 and parent 2 on these fucking forms. And then further down the comments, several comments along the lines of, oh, this could cause arguments to who's parent number 1. And I'll say this, if you're having arguments on who is parent 1 on a fucking field trip permission form, your relationship has got bigger fucking problems. The most bizarre though was several which say, this is dehumanising. Fucking dehumanising, putting parent 1 rather than mother or father. I mean, I would love to see what happens to these fuckers if they're doing the shopping at Argos, when they're just giving a number. I'm not a number! Stop dehumanising me! Shit, I've just realised at the weekend, Mrs. Disgruntled and I, we booked our holiday. And in the travel agents, when the travel agent asked who's going to be passenger number 1 on this, my wife said, Danny, she's internalised the misogyny. Of course she fucking hasn't. But the main thing with this is it's in fucking France! It's got nothing to do with us! So as they say in every GCSE French textbook, zut alors, si vous plaît.